Hello, my name is Godfrey, and here's my 2005 Audi TT. I've been having an issue with the wiper blade, so let's look into that. This is a kind of remade video of someone else's video. I'll put their name right here, and then also link in the description if you want to watch their video. He basically showed this whole process, showed what the issue could be. Just making this video as a kind of refresher in case anything, is different with mine. So let's get into it. Say hi to the dog. So basically, you need your grandfather's rent or flathead from the 1800s here. If it can focus, whatever. And then there's these little tiny caps on here. You want to be careful not to actually scratch anything on your TT there, since it's pristine. So there's one. There you go. And look, this is why I don't want him in the garage, because this little boy will grab any little thing. He's got something in his mouth. Look at that. I gave this fat boy some peanut butter and some treat. That wasn't even the treat, dude. I'm gonna grab a 13 millimeter. After taking these caps off here, make sure you don't lose those caps. You wanna loosen these guys up. Okay. Same on the other side, there is a 13 millimeter nut. Don't lose them, or I'll find you. Then, you kind of bend these up. So I already kind of took these off for the sake of the video. So yeah, you won't ever experience that. Yeah. So yeah, you won't have it as easy as I do. You'll have to, I had a good, when you bend it 90 degree, also make sure you don't drop them onto your windshield, because you will break your windshield. Turn them 90 degrees and kind of twist them left and right, like you're spinning it loose through the threads, but be careful also to not damage these threads, because obviously your nut won't go back on. So yeah, next step is removing this plastic piece right here. So we're gonna get into that. Maybe it'd help if I put some flash in here. I got a dark garage. So all you do, there's a little flap here. You just kind of pull and it'll just come up like normal. Just obviously, it's old German plastic. So if it's wintertime, be a little bit more careful. It's a little hotter out, so I have that benefit. But yeah, so right here, screw, screw, screw. Remove all three of them, and then you report back to me. Jeez, this little boy is fat. Isn't it good, boy? Yeah. So this is a little cheeky 10 millimeter. All right. So you got your screws out, 1, 2, 3. Don't lose them. And then you kind of have to fish this thing out. You can pull it over this way. Kind of just, be careful a little bit. It's tough for me, because I have a camera in my left hand. So then you pull it out, and you're like, hey, why can't I go no more? Well, there's actually your wire right here. In the back, you can see. Little tiny pin. Bust that, knock it off, man. There you go. I didn't need to fall down. You want to fix this? That guy in the video was saying if you pull this plastic cover off, it might be just shorted to ground, like it's not connected to ground. So I'm gonna take this apart here and then I'll get on the video. You just pull these pins up and then it'll come apart. So right here, this is the pin that connects to the ground. I bent it up a little bit, just so you can see. So this pin right here, I'm sure touches this right here, and that's the, if I could focus, and that's the connection to ground. And you can see how freaking dirty this thing is. Like, I'm gonna try to, got more grease on it, Jesus. I'm gonna try to kind of clean this up here, see what I can do. And I'll bend it back onto it a little bit, and maybe just see if it just had a bad connection. But yeah, I mean, you could see that was pretty dirty. So let's clean it up and see what happens. Okay, so the pin can only go in one way, by the way, so can't really mess that one up. Let me get the keys quick. Should have already had them ready for the video. All right, let's get inside of this thing and see what happens. If what I did fixed it, kind of cleaning it up, bending it back so it actually touches the metal. Look at that, it's spinning. Look at that. Perfect. So yeah, all I used to clean it was just this rag here. Kind of be careful with the grease, obviously. And then I just used a toothpick to kind of scratch at it a little bit. So I'll also just show how to put it back together, because why not? You watched this far, and you know, in case you can't put things back, that's what I'm here for. So let me do it really quick. All right, so yeah, basically you just kind of slide it in like how you slid it out. Make sure that these are above. You don't slide it underneath, it doesn't thread underneath. If you do that, then these threads won't show past the, what's it called, past the plastic piece, and then you won't be able to get your wiper blades on. And that kind of defeats the purpose, doesn't it? So yeah, one-handed here, I'm gonna put these in. I don't know the torque specifications. I'm just gonna do what I feel is right. There you go. And down here. There's a freaking beast at my door scratching at me. Just so he can come here and eat some bolts after he got a bath. All right, so that goes in there like so. There's also these two little things here. They act as like a, it goes in between, pretty much like that, like so. Just so there's no moisture or anything that gets inside. So you can just kind of put them in like that. You can see there's a little dip for the bolt, both on both sides here. And this thing will go right over. You can line up your holes here. It'll kind of just put itself in place. And just equal pressure around until you hear some clicks. Don't think it's like rocket science or anything. Just make sure it's all clicked together for a good seal. There you go. Forgot to turn the flash back on. And yeah, you kind of just work backwards. So then the next step is to get the wipers on. And look, I'm gonna actually get new blades. These are, I don't know, every time I drive in the rain, these things kind of smear. So, yep, you just line them up, slide them in. Don't really have to like push them down too crazy. Just as long as they're in there, your nut will sink it in. So you try to be a little bit careful with it. So there you go. Jeez, he's really at that door. I don't know what he wants me to do, man. I told him not to eat the freaking bolts on the ground. What he'll do is actually eat the socket out of my hand, and that bothers me. Cause like, I'm trying to work here, bud. Why you bothering me? So yeah, just make sure that obviously you line them up fine. You can kind of tell, like if you don't clean it, if you don't clean your window, you can kind of see the line. They don't need to be the tightest thing in the world. You know, it's not like there's the mechanics are super insane on them. So yeah, you just put that back in there. This cap back in here. And boom. Should be all done. Looks pretty normal to me. So we'll get it started. Oh my gosh. You know you do it right too when they don't line up, they don't hit each other. Perfect. Oh my gosh. Stress freaking free. Now I can see when I'm driving on the road. Isn't that like a nice thing? If you have any questions about the vehicle itself, of the engine, or just the platform, let me know, please, and I will respond in the comments. Thank you. Bye.